crazy out there in the real world, so we're gonna escape to this world. Cue that music. And you can see it's days played 84. So what's gonna happen? This is gonna be the home base, the church for Kirk. Got everything we need around here: wood, water, little food supply, animals, right? Fish swimming around, little fishies. So we're gonna go explore, and we need some resources, we need some things. I think how this is gonna go down. See how it's 84 days up there? Well, by the time we hit 100 days, it's gonna be like the zombie apocalypse around here, I think. I don't know who's gonna be around here, so we gotta prepare. We gotta get some armor, some weaponry. For that, we're gonna need some resources. We're gonna need wood, iron, diamonds, all kinds of things, gravel, sand. We're not gonna harm the dolphins. So, we're looking for caves. Oh. A lot of spruce wood here. We already got spruce wood. I'm gonna take it around. It's just calm out here on the waters, guys. Little sunrise action. Yeah, we're just chilling. We're on YouTube.com, Markcraft86. Not trying to sell you anything. More views, more problems. Although there is a sponsor to this video, and I'll get into that later, but you guys know what I'm saying. Pumpkins over there. Alright, let's come up, let's stop it right here. See if we got I don't know. This is copper. We don't really want copper though. We don't really want copper. We're after gold, iron, or bitcoins. Coal, we don't even really need the coal, guys, but I don't think any chickens will be harmed in the making of this video. Looking for surface iron here. That's what we call it in the biz. Surface iron. That's iron you don't gotta go deep for. She's just on the surface. Right? Like this right here. That's surface coal. Alright? These are terms you guys probably don't, you've never heard of them. These guys aren't, professional Minecraft YouTubers. Actually, I think to be a professional you have to be getting paid, so, but you guys know what I'm saying. So yeah, pretty familiar with this seed actually. I haven't, my other series, I'm using the same seed. So over this way, yonder, I know there's like a village, but I don't want to work on that village on this seed, we're gonna explore somewhere else. And actually, I'm not looking to settle down either. This is gonna be temporary. We're gonna try to get back to home base by 100 days because there's rumors spreading around that, skellies are on the way, zombies, spiders, lions, tigers, bears, all these guys. So I don't trust them. It's almost like outsiders, like I'm a xenophobe. Can't have these pillagers coming over here. I only trust the villagers, you understand? Nice little islands over here. I do like colonizing little islands like that, you know, like yeah. What's up, chicken? Make some nice little farmland, connect them. But yeah, we're looking for caves, we're looking for... what's the other thing? Broken portals. Maybe wood types I need, I don't know. Maybe a mine shaft, wouldn't mind finding some string. Need to make a bow and arrow, maybe a fishing rod. Well, here we go. Kinda got a cave here. Maybe we should check this out. I was gonna try to jump from up here to land in that water there to try to get down, but that might be a bit crazy. And I got a water bucket, but I don't got any water. That's nice. So, what's the play? You know what? Know thyself, man. My play, I'm always a little conservative, you know? So I'm always going to play on the conservative side here. Not always, but usually. That's how I usually play it. Learned from a guy one time. Actually, he's a golf coach. Shout out to Jim Venetis. Jim Venetis. Uncle Jimmy. And I used to be into golf. I used to love playing golf. Well, I still love playing golf, but I used to be like not obsessed with golf, but yeah, kinda. I used to want to be really good at golf. I thought it was a beautiful game. I liked being out there in nature. I like playing sports, and then when you kind of go out playing golf, you're out there 2-3 hours, you know, battling the elements, sunshine. And you know, when you get a hold of that ball and get some nice beautiful ball flight, it's a fun game, beautiful game, it's a pure game. And so I would go on YouTube and check out this guy named Jim Venetis. And he's got a nice little unique swing. One thing he told me was, you know, if you're a conservative guy, you probably want to play conservative. If you're an aggressive guy, you probably want to play aggressively. His logic being, basically, if he's an aggressive player, I want to see how far down this goes. If he's an aggressive player, but then he, you know, tries to play it conservative on one shot, on one hole, let's say. You know, his argument is like, over the course of the round, he would rather have the benefits of playing aggressive accumulate, rather than try to read the situation and and go back and forth, if I'm making sense, you know? Like, he's basically saying if he's aggressive, he always wants to be aggressive. So he's like, you know, I'd rather club down and kind of go for the green and take a good swipe at it, even if he's in rough, that kind of thing, you know? Like, instead of chipping out over to the fairway, he'd rather try to loop her around the tree, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to play aggressive the whole time. So me, I'm the opposite. I play conservative. So instead of going down there all quick, lickety split, I'm like, look at that. I don't got water in the bucket. Let me go fill up the bucket, and now I'm making my own little waterfall elevator. Okay, and that's the beauty of consistency, the beauty of simplicity, and yeah, I gotta be I play a conservative, guys, and then I'll get the benefits from that. And then also, you know, you get the pros and the cons, right? So I won't get the benefits of playing aggressively, right? Which is what, you know, you get this stuff sooner, you know, there's lots of benefits. Depends what you're doing, right? In Minecraft, I would have already been down here. I would have been already getting the diamonds, getting the stuff, right? But we're taking our time, and look at that. We're not losing any health, guys. Alright. It's all about knowing thyself. And then that's another thing Jimmy's saying. Jimmy Venetis is he's saying, we're going to take these torches here, guys, and kind of mark the area so we know how to get back. But yeah, Jimmy's saying, you know, the way you golf, the way you do stuff, maybe you should do it kind of true to yourself. So if you're an aggressive person, you know, it'll probably do good on you to play a little aggressive when you're doing sports and things like that, right? And if you're a conservative person, he's like maybe play on the conservative side, and that made sense to me. So that's how I play golf. That's how I play sports. That's how I play all sports. I play defense first. You know, if I give up all these goals, then I need to get all the goals, man. So if I give up 3 goals, I need 4 goals to win. Cue that music. But if I lock her down defensively, and I get upset if I even give you 1 goal, right? Then I only need 2 to win. So yeah, I guess that way of thinking is kind of like just the people I notice who are like at the top of their sports. Efficiency is king. Like, they're not wasting motion, they're not wasting energy, they're trying to do everything with as little energy as possible, right? Because then theoretically you can do it for longer. You know, you can't be wasting all your energy right quick, right? You gotta pace yourself sometimes. Sometimes you cannot be able to get the game of hockey done in like 7 minutes, right? It's a long endurance game, so yeah, the more efficient you do things, then the longer you can do them for, you know, so theoretically the more productive you can be, that kind of thing. So some gold up there, that's, yeah, I'm learning that from a lot of people. You look around, they're not really wasting their resources, you know, they're not. Whoa, wait a second. You need an iron pick to get gold, so hold on a second. Yeah, I just learned that from a lot of people, a lot of smart people. My jiu-jitsu coaches, you know. As they're getting more efficient over time, man. That's what you notice when you go with them. It's like, man, these guys know what they're doing. They're not wasting. And yeah, it's like about that in all disciplines, man. You trim the fat. Here's some iron, guys. We need some iron. Got some more iron right here. The apocalypse is coming. Day 85. I gotta build a... It's so sad, but I gotta build a sniper tower at the church, you know? So it's counter sniper tower. All these places of worship. Gotta protect them. You guys know what this is? That's lapis. And what can I use that for? Well, you can use it for blue dye, you know? You can turn this into some blue dye. Because, you know, when you're building houses and things, you know, you don't have to, guys, but you really should. You ought to take some pride in the interior design, okay? You know, like how things look. Staging, if you will. You ever heard of that term? Staging. It's like yo, you guys know what this is? That's redstone. You ever heard of redstone? Gonna need that for all kinds of things. But yeah, staging. I just heard that the other day from like this. Well, he's actually one of my coaches. He's a real estate guy. He's like, yo, guys, staging, man. It actually does make a difference. And you know what? He's right, because you hear these chefs all the time. Part of the deal is them making the dish look good, you know? It's gotta, like, the more appetizing it is to the eye, the more appetizing like it look, you know, you'll interpret it to be. So if it looks like crap, you're like, man. If it looks like crap, it's gonna be crap. So little tricks, you know, you don't want to have a cluttered space. And then I don't even know, like, he would know way more about the actual, like, what there's, you know, staging. Like, I would imagine you're just trying to make the house look nice and homey and cozy and neat and functional, but also a little bit lived in, you know. Probably throw the Holy Bible on. No, actually, that's what you don't do. You don't throw the Holy Bible on there. You don't want anything political on there, man. So, or religious. But yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Just talking random stuff, okay? We're looking for iron, we're looking for diamonds, we're looking for golds. These, you're gonna notice these caves. Ooh, there's a diamond right there. These caves are looking pretty empty right now, right? But we're 85 days in, and they won't look empty the whole time, I promise. At about 100 days, I've heard the rumors, guys. It's almost Halloween. Things have been getting crazy, alright? Freddy Krueger, filming a new Stab movie, you know, the whole deal. And I hear, oh, there's some gold up there, and I hear that around, you know. Maybe 15 more days. Things are gonna start popping off around here, so we gotta get prepared. We gotta start growing our own food here, okay? We gotta start mining our own diamonds. Ooh, good thing I checked that. Let me pop a little torch down so you guys can see. I'm talking homestead. I'm getting prepared. I'm a crazy prepper here, guys. I got enough food to last me for wait, what am I making? For a while. Don't even worry about that. No, I'm just kidding. But in all, whoa, got some iron connected. But in all honesty, like, there had been crazy preppers for a long time, and everyone would kind of look at them funny, or maybe think they're funny. And I wouldn't say that I looked at them funny, but I looked at them being like, man, I'm not going to some crazy website or not some crazy website, you know what I mean? I'm not going to some website and getting their food, and just the ads are like, yo, this is gonna last for this long, and they're talking about this is gonna last for that long, and they're scaring you pretty bad to like get you to buy it too. They're like, you know, man, you got China going up, and you got Russia going up, and you got this and that, and they're trying to scare you about whatever, and you know, you better oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make more torches. You know, you guys better you better prepare. You guys better prepare. Things are gonna go down. The food supply, right? The supply chains. Who knows? So it's like, go to this sketchy website, and it's like, yo, get these canned foods. You know, that's gonna last however long it's gonna last. And like, you know, this is made for the military. You're buying military equipment and things, and like, what, putting it in your shed, putting it in your garage. And how many preppers bought food and stuff that would like last them for however long, and they're like, did it expire? You know, like you get food that lasts 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You know, like what are these guys getting? They like vacuum sealing fruits and vegetables. This ain't gonna last 100 years. Holy, sounds like my cat's trying to get into the room here. So speaking of the cat, like, you know, you got fat cats on the block, man. It's like they're gonna be up for grabs, and that's not cool. So we're down here preparing, making sure that when it goes down, we got the proper resources, facilities, faculties to take care of our loved ones. Alright, but this cat better not, you know, hit the power button and stop this recording, because then I'd be mad at you, alright? But if you want to hang out, you can hang out, but if the power does shut off, Bella, I'm sorry, but you might be one of the first ones to go. If you started training now, you know, instead of having like all the food today, maybe eat half of the bowl we put out for you, okay? And then save half for tomorrow maybe, and do a few laps around the kitchen. Go up and down the stairs a couple times, Bella. Like, it won't even take that many. It'd be like, I mean, if you did it every day, it wouldn't even feel like that much. And you go up and down the stairs every day anyway, so I'm just saying go up and down the stairs a couple more times, and with a little bit of oomph, right? And then, yeah, you're going to be burning more calories, you're going to be working your little paws, you're going to be putting on some muscle too. But you're going to lean out a little bit, and then just in case, you know, something happens, they're not going to be like, yo, Bella, we're coming for you, because you got so much meat on you, and it's going to be so tender too. That's the thing. So it's like, you want to not look so appetizing, Bella, okay? So lean out, like make it so no one wants to try to catch you, because, you know, it won't be worth it. It's like, oh man, this cat's running from me. And she doesn't, you know, she doesn't want this to go down, alright? She's running from me. And she's wiry. She's fast. I can't catch her. And then you look and it's like, she's not even that much meat anyway. How many meals could you even get out of her, man? You understand? So then the at that point in time, Bella, the juice won't be worth the squeeze, okay? Do you understand? Like, they're not going to want to chase you down all around the neighborhoods just so they can, like, do all the work about, what? Butchering you, skinning you, putting you over the fire, and then you're basically like an appetizer. So I just think you've been taking it too easy, Bella. You've just been laying around and napping and everything, and you haven't thought about what might happen if, like, you know what I mean? If the RCMP secret report is correct, Bella, and like these storms are coming and they're going to take out critical infrastructure, including, you know, I don't know, the farmer's market, maybe the hospital, maybe the police station, right? Like, Bella, you don't understand what's going to happen if I can't call. If all the neighbors come over here with pitchforks and they outnumber me, and they're like, yo, bring Bella out here right now. We want to talk. We want Bella right now. And I'm like, guys, you don't understand. I love Bella. She's like part of the family. Like, no Mark Craft 86. You don't understand, man. You should have thought about this. You shouldn't have had the fattest, most juiciest, tenderest looking cat on the block. And I'll be like, guys, I tried to tell her, I tried to warn her, she wouldn't listen, she just kept rolling around on the carpet, she just kept licking her little paws, she just kept, you know, acting like life was one big hammock. I understand girls just want to have fun, but Bella, we got to get stuff done around here too, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be eating all the cat food. And I don't think you understand. Inflation is getting a little bit nuts, and you're not really pulling your weight around here. And listen, I don't mean to bring up your weight, but it's kind of life or death, you know? It's like, I don't want to have to fight, not for your honor, like, I don't want to have to defend you from the whole neighborhood, okay? And I'm just saying, when we're talking about efficiency, like we were talking about before, right, Bella? Efficiency, okay? We don't want to be running around once this goes down and trying to defend you 24/7 because you're like gonna make the best soup and stew on the block, okay? I don't think this goes anywhere. Whoa, I don't even want to get... can you imagine if I drown right now? That'd be the worst YouTube video ever. I don't want to mess with that. So yeah, Bella, let's get this going here. We'll be more efficient. Let's try to be like a brown belt level, where we can recognize that, you know, what's coming. And what's coming is, you know, we can see the patterns. And what's coming is... you're going to be turned into food for human consumption, okay? But we can't avoid that. Like I said, if you were leaner, it wouldn't be worth it, so... Oh man, how do I get rid of this water here? I don't want to be mining this gold here. So we're talking about efficiency, man. I don't want to be... Oh. Bucket. Oh, that's not the source. Where's the source, man? The source is... It's gonna be way up here. What else? Minecraft veterans are probably like, what are you doing, Markcraft 86, man? Boom, 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 boom. We built a little dam, Bella. You see this? You use the force of the water for something, okay? Use the energy of the flow of the stream, of the river, okay? It's there anyway. You use that energy, guys. Okay, Bella, I don't think you understand. We use our knowledge here. We know what's coming. The RCMP wrote a little report, gave it to the government. Not everyone in the government, just like the decision leaders. I don't think Dougie Ford got the memo, because he's dropping 75 milli on Ronald Reagan ads. It's just gonna, like, he's just trying to get Trump to be I don't know. I can't believe they used my hero Ronald Reagan, his own words against me. Bella, run back and forth like probably 15 more times, and that'll be a good start. Whoa, go up and down the stairs a couple times. Yo, check this stuff out, man. I'm blanking on what it's called, but you need it for what would you need it for? I forget, but I remember in my other world I always wanted to grab some of it because I wanted to make whatever it made, but I forget. I'm blanking on but I don't need that right now, guys. It's 86 days in here, and at day 100 basically it's gonna look a lot different around here. It's gonna be, your neighbors are gonna be coming over here and knocking on the door, kicking the door in, you know, like, get Bella out here right now. I'll be like, guys, I don't even know where she is. I haven't seen her in like 2 days, man. I let her out to go for a walk like she always does, and she didn't come home. I don't know where she is, man. I'm worried sick. Cue the music. I would appreciate it if you guys could help me find my cat, okay? I'm getting a little worried here. You guys are giving up. And I'm thinking when my cat gets lost, you know, I get out there and I find that cat. So I'm not sure where she is, okay? And like, Markcraft86, what are you talking about? We know that Bella is an indoor cat. You never let her outside. You never have a cat and let her outside, man, except for the, you know, because of the coyotes and the cars and everything. So Markcraft86, don't even pull that on me. And then I'll say, guys, get off me, man. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to chill out here. Like, I don't know where Bella is, and even if I did know, guys, I wouldn't tell you. Like, piss off. They'll be like, what? And then Bella, you'll be probably running around from them, and just, can we avoid all that, and you can just drink a little more water, go up and down the stairs a couple times, okay? I'm not even asking the world to here. I'm not even asking you to start doing burpees or like whatever. Like, I'm not asking you to train hard. I just want you to go up and down the stairs a couple more times and lay off the processed cat food from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And actually, that's the thing, man. I don't... Bill, I don't... Listen. We gotta get Bella off the, Whoa. Actually, to be fair, I don't even know what you're eating, Bella, okay? I don't even buy your food, Bella, alright? I just kind of put up with you when you're looking at me and stuff, when I'm trying to record YouTube videos, you know what I mean? And you get me thinking about what's gonna happen in a couple months. Where, whoa, at first I'm gonna have to defend you, and then when my neighbors eventually overpower me and cook you, I'm gonna then have to avenge you, so... Ooh. Which sounds like a lot of work, Bella, so... Maybe if you could... just look a little less appetizing, that would be great. And, it's getting close to Halloween, and I'm getting a little scared with this environment here. Can you summon the wardens and stuff? Like, guys, this is kind of new for me here. Oh. You know what? If you guys are Minecraft veterans... Well, give me a second, I'll get out of this. Okay. These things right here. Whoa! The shulkers, the shriekers, the shulkers. Yeah, you set off too many of these and then you summon some bad guys. So we don't want to be doing that, but yeah, we don't want any part of that. So what do you think we're gonna do, Bella? You think we're just gonna wander around here aimlessly and try to set these off and try to, like, what, loot this place for our own? We're gonna be selfish and try to get these diamonds and stuff and try to, like, set off the wardens. So then what? We gotta run for our life and avoid the laser beam that I think these guys can laser beam you going 60 blocks away, man. 30, 40, 60 blocks away, man, or something like that, so... These guys are serious business, man. They show no mercy, so I think we need to be more efficient. We need to avoid the fight. We can't take on every fight. We gotta pick our battles, because if we take on every fight, we're gonna be taking on too much damage. And if we take on too much damage, then we're not good for us. We're not good for you. You can't do anything if you take on too much damage, so... I say we avoid the fight when we can, and we have to pick and choose the hills that we die on, and we do have to die on a couple of hills in order to ensure our freedom, our prosperity. So, Bella, it's time to man up. It's time to cat up. Okay, I need you to find all the courage you can muster, all the fortitude, right about meow, because I can just see this. I can see this degrading into a John Wick scenario where it's like, you know, I had to leave the house, man, and I come back, and my cat's gone, but like I found the collar, you know what I'm saying? And then I like leave my house, and I'm looking for my cat. I'm like, Bella, Bella, where are you, Bella, Bella? Right? I find my neighbors cooking her up in their backyard over an open fire. And then when they're like, what do you think I'm gonna do, Bella? Okay, so you think I'm gonna call the cops and get them to arrest them? And no, we'll be far past that point, Bella. I'm gonna have to avenge you, okay? So you don't die in vain, man. So that they know they can't do that, man. So that people know the next cat I get, you just can't come and take my cat, man. Alright? I'm Catholic, but we can't be pussies about it here. You bring me violence, man. I gotta bring you back violence. You understand? This ain't no call to violence, but Bella, I'm telling you. For the love of everything holy. Please, do a couple crunches. Just at least look leaner. You don't even have to, you know what I mean? So you can still eat. Have a layer of fat on you. I'm not talking about have like 7% body fat here. And guys, if I'm honest, I think this cave is about pooched. Like, I wasn't planning on coming down here and strip mining. I don't know if I want to collect any of that before I peace out here. You guys see that diamond up here? Actually, it's probably not that bright for you guys. It's probably dark for you guys, but... So yeah. Another diamond. Check if there's another vein here. And then maybe make my way out of this cave. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think this video would even be this long. 36 minutes so far, 37, but... pretty much the only time I play Minecraft is when I'm recording this, so... I kind of felt like playing Minecraft tonight for some reason. Maybe because it's just simple up here. It's simple in Minecraft here. I'm just gathering some stuff. Build some houses without all the red tape. You know, I don't need a permit everywhere I go. I don't have to explain to children how we need to have like a mature adult society here. You guys know what I mean. I don't mean to be divisive. Trust me, I'm as dumb as they come here, guys, so I don't put myself above anybody, that's for sure. I use these terms like sheep and everything. You know, that is true. I'm definitely not a sheep. If anything, I've been like counterculture to a detriment in my life. Or at least maybe to a fault. So I've had to sort of correct that, where it's like, yeah, just because something's popular doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, it's bad. That's like, that's the childish, you know, it's a childish mindset. For some reason, that seems to be like a big thing with music, you know? It's like when we were young, it was almost like you're into your genre of music and the other ones were trash or whatever. And now I find these days you ask someone what kind of music they listen to and everyone listens to everything pretty much. And I said this the other day to someone. I was like, man, I'm starting to not... It's not that I'm starting to not like music. I love music, man. It's like it is a cool expression. And another thing that's cool about it is like how you were listening to music when you were in high school or whatever, and then you're not in high school anymore, you throw that on and it kind of, you can remember this and that, it brings you right back, you know. It seems like the music that you listened to when you were young, it has a certain repeatability, man. It's like you almost never lose that, kinda. You get sick of them, but other music doesn't, it's not the same. It doesn't make you feel like that. So I'm not saying no music from your high school era is the best. I'm just saying it's often, that's how you get that feeling, that nostalgic feeling. And I do think that's pretty cool, but actually I guess that's why some of this stuff here looks like iron, but it's not. Let me get a torch down. You guys probably can't see anything. Boom, iron. Belle's trying to jump up on the bookshelf so she can look out the window. And you know what? That's a good idea, Bella. Get up there and do a little recon. I need to know what the neighbors are doing. Are they outside? How much are they outside? Do they have a shed? Do they have a shed full of food? Do they have a lock on said shed? You know what I mean? I do recon on all my neighbors, guys. I mean, it's like, some people might call it Peep and Tom, but I call it recon. It's a big difference. Okay? You guys might call it creepy. You know? Looking at people's windows and stuff, creepy, but I call it community watch. So I'm just making sure that everyone's safe, okay? I need all the information, and I'm going to keep the information extremely secure, okay? So, no hard feelings, guys. I just got to know everything all the time about what everyone's doing, and you guys aren't going to come with that information, so I'm going to have to get it by other means. AKA watching you and your family when you think you're alone. Alright, so don't take it personal. Trust me, you'd rather me watching you than, I don't know, Peter Thiel, Bill Gates, or whatever. These guys are creepy, alright? I'm not going to do anything too creepy, okay? Cue the music. I've already been down there. Yes, I have. Look at all those torches. There's some, I don't know if this gold is worth getting. See? It doesn't seem that appealing. It just looks like one block. There's probably more. There's no way that's just one block, guys, there. I don't know if you can see that. Well, I'm sure you can. I'm saying, I don't know if there's one block. Is that iron? Is that gold? I think that's gold. It doesn't look like it's worth it. Like the bridge I'd have to build to get that one block. I'm sure there's more than one block, you know, but it just looks like one block. So Bella, if you lean out a bit, instead of looking like, you know what I mean, 30 meals and a nice coat, you got a nice soft coat that they're like, man, you can make some nice things out of that coat. So stop bathing. Stop eating, stop bathing. I mean, not forever, just like bathe less, eat less, run a little bit more, and then what's going to happen is you're going to look less appealing, all right? And then I'm not going to have to defend you, and then ultimately when I get overpowered, I'm not going to have to avenge your death, Bella. So I want you to live a long, happy life. You know? 15, 16, 17 years, good health, you know? I want to see you be an old lady cat with your little glasses on because you can't see anymore. You got your little glasses on, and you're nibbling on your little food, you know? And you got the wisdom of the grandma cat. You're teaching all the young kittens how to be. how to be the cat, how to have a bath, how to pounce on things, you know, how to wiggle your butt before you pounce, you know, all that. So I need you around Bella, okay? I need you to help yourself. I need you to let me help you, okay? And the first thing I'm gonna need you to do is lay off the donuts. 1 or 2 is cool, but you're just having too many, man. Okay? Bella, trust me, this conversation is a lot harder for me than it is for you, okay? Think I want to be telling my cat to drop some LBs? I really don't, guys. It's rude. It's you know, never ask a lady how much she weighs, okay? But Bella, you're looking like too heavy, whatever it is. Too heavy, okay? I understand that muscle weighs more than fat, and you're like a big bone kitty, you know? You're like one of those powerful kitties, man. You're not one of those little, you know, you know, my cat, Abby, for instance, rest in peace. R.I.P. to Abby, rest up Abby. Right, you remember Abby? Yeah, well, she was lean, mean. She was a fighting machine. You couldn't mess with Abby, man. Couldn't mess with her. And, you know, you're not built like Abby. She's lean. She's wiry, you know. You can't catch Abby. She's too quick. She's too nimble. Bella, I understand. You're a bit bigger. You're playing the power game. You know, your swats are like, you can't take your swats. You can probably take like 10 of those little Abby swats. Right? And that won't do nothing. So you could take like 8 Abby swats to give 1 Bella swat. And that 1 Bella swat's going to be sending Abby halfway across the room. So you're the big bone kitty. You're the big kitty on campus, okay? I understand. You use your weight. You throw your little bit of weight around. And the other cats, they don't know what to do. They're like, holy man, this cat is, I mean, she's fat, but she's thick too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're a little fat. Okay, we're not going to lie. We're not going to sugarcoat things here. You're a bit fat. But you're thick, Bella. Like, you're strong, and you use your strength to your advantage. You know how to use it, you know? Where are you going? Where are you going? Am I boring you? Alright, well, just remember what I said, and I want to hear you going up and down the stairs a couple times. Sorry about that, guys. Bella came in here and she reminded me that, like, man, she's the fattest cat on the block, and, well, I don't want to, you know, I love her, guys. It's out of love. It's a hard conversation to have, but when you are an adult, when you're mature, sometimes you do have to have the hard conversations, and, like, it's Bella, it's for your own good. I know you probably can't hear me right now. Yeah. She left. She probably got sick of it. She probably got sick of me calling her fat. You can only hear it so many times, you know. But, guys, if the shoe fits, it's like, well, if the paw fits, man, then, yeah. Alright, grab these iron. I think we're gonna make our way out of here. Bella's back. What are you doing, Bella? Did you think about what I said? She's been acting like more lazy since I said it too, so it's almost like a slap in the face. Like, these cats, man, they're like, they got the attitude on them. Like, could you give me some feedback or something? I'm gonna take your silence as violence. So, that's not gonna be good. And you're still being silent, so that means you're still being violent. So if you're gonna continue to be violent, then I'm gonna have to ask you to I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, because you know, we can't be having that, Bella. You're basically acting like Adolf Hitler right now, and that's disgusting, so. You know what? You're kind of acting like a Nazi, actually, now that I mention it, so. You know what we do to Nazis around here, don't you, Bella? Hmm? She's just looking at me. She's just looking at me like she doesn't know what I'm talking about, which actually is kind of pissing me off a little bit more. You keep looking up at the window like you want to go check outside. Alright guys, you know what, I better end this video, because I better get Bella a chair so she can hop up onto the little ledge, okay, so she can look outside. She really wants to look outside right now, guys, and you know, she's spoiled, I'm not gonna lie to you. She's spoiled rotten. And you know what, Bella, I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Every week you're getting a little bit bigger, and I'm telling you, Bella, it doesn't seem like much, but it all adds up, okay? The micros do turn into macros, so I'm glad we had this talk. I'm glad I was able to be honest with you, you know, even though it was difficult. But guys, trust me, this is a lot harder for me than it is for you, okay? Trust me. Trust me. This hurts me. Where are you going, Bella? This hurts me way more than it hurts you, Bella, so hit the showers. Actually, you know what? Don't hit the showers. You haven't even done anything yet. Run up the stairs a couple times, then hit the showers. But don't hit the showers that often, because if you hit the showers too often, you're going to have a beautiful coat that people are going to want to turn into gloves or something, so. It's sad, but you got to kind of make yourself ugly. Okay? Alright. Talk to you later, Bill. Okay, I'm just gonna get up to a safe place here, guys, and end this video. Okay. Yo, pretty lovely view here. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back. What do we got here, guys? We got gold. I'll be back to smelt up this gold, smelt up this iron. We got 15 diamonds. Not bad. Not bad. Two whole stacks of resources to get us going here. Preparing for the apocalypse. It's coming. It'll be coming around 100 days. So the best I can be prepared, the best it'll be for me. The leaner Bella is, the least appetizing she'll look, and the happier her and I will be. So I'm just trying to make us happy, healthy, strong, free, and prosperous, Bella. And you're making this difficult, okay? So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you have a good day. Shout out to Dennis, who comments beautiful comments on my videos. Really helps me formulate thoughts, think through things. Feedback is always great, man. Like, it always helps me, right? And even constructive criticism helps me. I'm open-minded, and as long as we all operate from a place of good faith, which is, I think, was what we're trying to promote here, Charlie Kirk. Open debate, place of good faith, we can disagree, and we can still be friends or acquaintances, or, you know, God's children, brothers and sisters. We don't have to pick a team. We don't have to dig our flag into the sand. We don't have to, like, be all about this and all about that, and then hating the other side, okay? We can keep an open mind, guys. We can all have our preferences, but we should all be able to get along. Freedom of religion. And I'll just say, I think JC had it right, man. We just gotta love each other. God had it right. We gotta love thy neighbors, okay? So, I love my neighbors, but I'm telling you, Bella, she can't hear me right now. She left, but the neighbors are gonna get uppity. I'm still gonna love the neighbors, but the neighbors are gonna get uppity. And if we look like sitting ducks, Bella, they're gonna come over here because duck is delicious, and they're gonna get hungry. It's not gonna take long, alright, Bella? So anyway, guys, have a good night, and yeah, peace.